The recording has started. Well now, always remember, Super Dave Bistula, the tall, white, gothic, vampire alien, coming to you from Jumbo's Restaurant on 54th Avenue, which is an offshoot of 55th. But both headed towards Côte-de-Liesse. In fact, we are near Côte-de-Liesse. The only thing between us and Côte-de-Liesse is the Ultramar gas station. Across the street on 54th Avenue is a CJMV or CMV Centre d'Animal, a veterinarian place. Anything else? We are not sure what these companies are. On 55th, we'll make a closer inspection next time. Here in the area of Lachine, close to Dorval, Super Dave Bistula of Montreal, Quebec, Canada. So, seems to me that the RCMP is going to be successful in stopping election interference. Is this actually true? And in the cover photo, unless you're looking at it on Minds, every other place you'll see me questioning the RCMP officer. Are you sure about this? Whoop. Because in reality, if you want to check out interference, best to investigate the little cuck boy that we have up in Ottawa, Justin, the Mac Daddy, the tar-headed Mac Daddy Trudeau, the supposed son of Pierre Trudeau, but he looks more like Fidel Castro. So, is this a believable story? Or we're not sure. We're going to read from Global News, or rather my host David will read from Global News. David, time for you to take over. Yeah, a likely story. The only way I would believe that the RCMP would do any investigation, thorough investigation, is if the Alliance has finally infiltrated and taken over this RCMP. Because the RCMP right now is totally so corrupt, it's unbelievable. They're no longer the Dudley Do-Rights that you see in the cartoons. They're more like that evil, crafty villain. Maybe that evil, crafty villain, I've forgotten what that villain's name is, but that's what they're more like. Look at their actions during the COVID, during the truckers rally, the truckers protest, the truckers convoy. They were despicable. But then again, maybe it wasn't the RCMP. Whoops. Maybe it wasn't the RCMP themselves, it's some foreigners who didn't even know how to speak English or French. So I'm wondering what the hell is going on. Anyways, I'm going to reduce myself to a little blip, and we're going to read off of Global News. I'm just going to add, though, that Global News is almost as much fake news as CTV or CBC. They're the Canadian version of Fox News, and Fox News just fired Tucker Carlson for dubious reasons. Anyways, I'm getting a little bit off topic. I'm just going to close this off. Get rid of these notifications. Menu, camera, hi there. Let's just make ourselves just a little bit bigger. There we go. I think we're big enough. Okay. RCMP will be successful in laying more interference charges? Interim chief? Really? You sure about this, Mr. Interim Chief? Okay. Watch. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police's reputation and morale have seemingly taken hit after hit in recent years. No kidding. I think you should take out that fucking idiot, Justin Trudeau, for what he was doing. Anyways, let's continue. Last week, a blistering report was issued over the Mounties' performance in the worst mass shooting in Canadian history, where a gunman executed 22 innocent people in Nova Scotia. The report found the RCMP failed in almost every way. The West Bloc host Mercedes Stephenson speaks with Mike Duhene, the interim RCMP commissioner, about what the force is doing to live up to its claim that it will do better. I hope you do. I really hope you do. Let's close that. The interim commissioner of the RCMP said he would support additional laws that would allow police to further crack down on foreign interference in Canada, as well as ways to further collaborate with intelligence officials on the issue. I wonder what that means. I hope that doesn't mean that you're just going to start hounding on your average citizen and start doing your jobs properly. But anyways, Mike Duhene adds, multiple investigations have remained underway, and he's confident will lead to criminal charges, though he did not give specifics. I really hope that you drop that policy that Justin Trudeau did. Really, I do. About trying to protect transgenders' protective space or whatever it is. Some kind of bullshit. Because that's getting in your way. Anyways. Let's continue. When you ask any police officers if we can have more laws, if we can have additional legislation that would assist us as we move forward, but also ensure the safety of the public and of Canadians, I'd say yes. I'm favorable for that, and very supportive. Duhene told Mercedes Stephenson in an interview that aired on Sunday on the West Bloc. He pointed out to the case in November where a Hydro-Quebec employee was charged with alleged espionage on behalf of China as an example of a successful RCMP investigation into foreign interference. What was that Chinese asset doing in Hydro-Quebec? That's another company that has to be investigated. Don't you agree? Anyways, we were successful in laying charges against this individual, and we have other files that are moving forward that will be successful in laying charges. Really? Said Duhene, who was previously Deputy Commissioner on Federal Policing and oversaw foreign interference investigations as part of his mandate. Okay. Duhene would not say if those charges were related to the alleged Chinese-operated police stations. The RCMP says it is investigating the Toronto Vancouver and Montreal areas. Excuse me. So, what are Chinese police stations doing here? Get rid of them right now. They don't belong here. And listen up, you fucking people at communist China. Fuck you and fuck off. Get the fuck out of here. Noxima, that's what I have to say to you, fucking idiots. But then again, we have to get rid of this fucking idiotic Justin Trudeau who's too busy dancing around with fucking trannies. The fake ones. Fucking idiots. No, I should just say the one fucking idiot. I'm pretty sure that, I'm sure that somebody like Caitlyn Jenner or Blair White, they do not like this idiot, this cuck named Justin Trudeau, who's our commander-in-chief. Except he's too much of a pansy-ass little angirt fagot, palio busti, gandul, bakla, whatever you want to call him, in whatever language, schwachtel. Anyways, let's continue. He said those investigations are ongoing and urged anyone with information to reach out to investigators. Although he would not say if anyone has been arrested in connection to the stations, he suggested laws were in place to potentially prosecute those involved. First of all, tear down those communist Chinese police stations. They have no business here in Canada. Excuse me, what's going on? Is somebody working with the CCP? Well, if you look, let's continue. Well, if you look at it, if there's any form of intimidation or harassment on the community, that's a charge in itself, he said. So again, our investigations are continuing in those matters. And if we gather enough evidence to lay the appropriate charges, we will do so. Really? I hope so. Because so far I've seen nothing. I've seen the RCMP stomp on actual peaceful protesters, which are the truckers' convoy. And all of you look like fucking assholes. Especially your commander-in-chief, Justin Trudeau. Anyways, let's continue. Duhene was appointed to the top job on an interim basis last month, taking over the outgoing commissioner, Brenda Luckie, as the government seeks a permanent replacement. Okay. Trudeau calls the Louisa LGBTQ stance during Justin, are you some sort of stupid asshole? Nobody gives a shit. Even the lesbians and gays don't give about the LGBTQ stance anymore. Fucking idiot. And the new passport erasing Canada's history? What's behind the controversy? Ontario offering more money to... Okay, whatever. I'm telling you, Justin Trudeau is such a fucking idiot. It's unbelievable. Fucking malaka pusti. That's what he is. Angirt fagot. Anyways, foreign interference in Canada has become a top concern after months of reports by Global News and the Globe and Mail on alleged attempts by China to influence the 2019 and 2021 federal elections, citing national security sources and classified reports. Really? I would say that Rebel News probably did more of a job than you guys, but it's okay. Let's see. I'll give you that chance. A panel of independent experts has determined the alleged attempts at interference did not influence the results of those elections, though acknowledged interference attempts took place. I'm sorry, but interference did take place. Nobody likes Justin Trudeau. How the fuck did he win the election? Tell me. This is bullshit. It's just like the 2020 elections. Nobody liked Joe Biden. How the fuck did he win? And there's going to be hell to pay once it's shown. Hell for you, Justin Trudeau, and hell for you, you dirty old man, stupid asshole, creepy Uncle Joe. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brando. That's what I have to say. Yet the reports have cast a spotlight on how the government and Canada's intelligence and public safety agencies, including the RCMP, is combating attempts by China and other hostile and foreign actors to influence Canadian society, including its elections. Just point your finger at that fucking asshole who loves China's dictatorship. Idiot. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has appointed former Governor General David Johnston. Oh my God. Appointed by he's a friend of Justin. I'll bet you anything he's a pedophile. Most of his friends are pedophiles. Most of his friends are associates. He's going to get arrested. As a special rapporteur to oversee a series of probes into the matter, who will make the recommendations on further steps the government can take to protect Canadian interests. David Johnston and Justin Trudeau, go fuck yourselves, both of you. You should both be in jail. I know what you're going to do, David Johnston. You're going to protect the faggot ass of your friend Justin. Anyways, Duhene confirmed that the RCMP is investigating who leaked the reports from Canadian Security Intelligence Service, CSIS, to the media. Probably did a good job at it. He added the RCMP can only investigate allegations in intelligence reports if they contain actionable intelligence that could be used as evidence in a criminal proceeding. Don't know what that means. Duhene told MPs last month that no actionable intelligence was received by the RCMP regarding recent federal elections. That's because they're covering their ass, most likely. Asked if CSIS has stood in the way of that, Duhene said that the RCMP and CSIS have different ways of operating within intelligence that could be better coordinated. Don't know what to say. That's been a sticking point for several years, he said. But there's teams that have been working on it to see how we can change that. Okay? Structural review. Foreign intelligence is one of many areas that the RCMP is tasked with investigating, along with the commitments to frontline policing in urban and rural areas, combating organized crime and drug trafficking, counterintelligence, and even assisting the military in defense operations. Really? Are you sure about this? The wide mandate and whether the force is equipped to handle it all adequately was laid bare by the final report of the Mass Casualty Commission, which studied the police response to the 2020 mass shooting in Nova Scotia that killed 22 people. I guess you guys botched it up. The report released Thursday detailed the RCMP various failures in preventing, responding to, and reacting to in the aftermath of the tragedy, and said the institution as a whole needs to be re-examined. No kidding. Duhene said he welcomed he welcomed the opportunity to review the RCMP's structure, and that work was already underway looking at how its provincial units cooperate frontline policing. He added the issue of staffing and adequate resources have long plagued the department, and it is something he is committed to addressing. Actually, one thing you should address is the stupidity of the Prime Minister, especially this current one, and also the stupidity of wokeness. Anyways, there's less and less of an appetite to join as a police officer. No kidding. Because most people who want to be cops for cops' sakes are disgusted with you guys. Anyways, he said. But we're doing is we're using our current resources to make sure they are mobilized, and we're looking at the immediate threat or prioritizing the work that needs to be done. I hope so, pal. I really hope so. I hope you're not following the stupidity of Justin, because this motherfucker needs to have his ass hauled to jail for all the shit that he did. Anything else? I guess that's it. Anyways, we'll close this. Okay, close the camera. There you go. In a nutshell. I don't know what to make of it. But then again, global news itself is almost fake news, almost as much as CBC or CTV, at least here in Canada. And I told you about its affiliations with Fox and what Fox did. So I don't know what's going on. If I read this, it's all like going this way and that and that. All I could say is the RCMP, the Alliance needs to clean them out. But maybe if the process has already begun. Because there's enough Canadians who are fed up, even those within the RCMP. And they're fed up with the way the RCMP is running things. Now, I don't know if this guy, Duhene, or whatever his name is a good guy, or is he one of the black hats? We're not sure. Anyways, that's all I could say. Super Dave, conclude and close it off. I know, David, I know. But I have some faith that a lot of these people will be brought to justice. That is, if you believe in realrawnews.com. Because a lot of people, including Hillary Clinton, goodbye, for all the really deep state evil corruption that's happening. Anyways, at this point, I'll bid you adieu, au revoir, adios, arrivederci, shalom, salam alaikum, sayonara, do svidania, auf Wiedersehen, yasas, parevces, goodbye. Also, merci beaucoup, muchas gracias, muchas gracias, tudaraba, shukriya, shukran, spasiba, sheshe, spasiba, dankeschön, efkaristopoli, shachron regalim, and hopefully there's going to be something soon. It's been said that in the future these people will be brought to justice, but we're just not sure when or how and who's going to do it. That's all I could say. But I might have some hope. And David, I would advise just have some both. I would say at this point now, I would say thank you very much.